Hi, Randy Pierce here. Thanks for joining this webinar series. Hopefully you took the first step and ordered the book, Clean It. If not, go to www.wwcir.com and get it. Here I am going to share my story and the techniques that took me to the top, to have a number one rated company, to do $230,000 plus in sales with one truck, one technician, to also have time to spend with my wife, to do things with my children, to coach them in sports, and also to have time for me, which means you'll have time for you so that you can fulfill your dreams. This should be a way to increase your income so that you can have more time to do the things you want. So go grab a pencil and or a pen, get some paper, and get ready to take some notes for this life-changing event. Okay, let's get started. First, a little bit about me. I started my business, Superior Steam Cleaners, in 1992 from scratch. I then sold it in 2014 for $200,000. I then became a full-time instructor for ChemSpec and the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. I'm a master textile cleaner, master water restorer, and a master fire restorer. It has been said I am lucky. I am here to tell you luck comes from planning, having a map. I wrote a book called Clean It. It went number one in two categories, marketing and consulting, in the first 2 weeks it was released. That's what these whole webinars are about, is breaking that down to a little more details for you. Does this sound like you? Are you working way too hard for not enough money? Are you stuck and can't seem to move forward? Is your cash flow inconsistent? How much time are you spending in survival mode, just trying to get by? None of these things are the problem. If you had regular work, your schedule would be full. You could raise your prices and you could get paid what you are worth. You could get out of survival mode. My goal here is to make your life more enjoyable and more profitable, to ease your highs and your lows, and to free you up to do the things you want to do. This is my son and me. The pink hair is for October, Cancer Month, where we raise money for the Cancer Foundation. Sometimes you need to do something a little outrageous to help get noticed and to bring awareness to yourself and to help other people to be part of your community. So I had this company, and my son Sean took an interest and he started working for me. I bought a house in upstate New York from my grandmother, and soon afterwards I had a problem with my neck, and I had C5 through C7 fused together. I needed a plan to get my son to take over. I went to a Piranha Marketing Boot Camp, and we did an exercise, which is what we're going to all work on today. This will be used as a guide, and over the next month, you will work on it, you will probably change it, and you will probably improve it. And that's what this is all about, is to get you started today, and then in the next 30 days, for you to come up with a plan to be accountable to get your life together. We're going to work on these three questions. Where are you? Where are you going? And how are you going to get there? I once heard a story that changed how I looked at my life and the things I valued in my life. Imagine you're in the middle of a desert with sand everywhere. No points of reference, just sand. There isn't anything around you but sand dunes and the hot sun beaming down on your hot sun-baked face. You don't know which way to go. You don't know which way to turn. You're there, you're hot, you're tired, you're lonely, just trying to figure out what to do. Suddenly, a plane flies over your head. From a distance, you can see something falling from the airplane. You run over to retrieve the item that fell from the aircraft. Although you are thirsty and in desperate need of water, you're hoping that's what you found. Instead, you find a bottle, and in there, you discover that there's a parchment, but on that parchment it contains a map. Now, that is going to lead you. Looking at the map, you shouted with great joy to see that it gave directions to a wonderful oasis. At this oasis, there were buildings, water, people, everything you needed to survive. The problem is you don't know where you are. If you don't know where you are, you don't know which way to go, which way to start walking. You have to have a starting point as well as an ending point. This lets you see in your course, and you can make corrections, adjustments as you go. Here's another way to think of it. You want to go fishing in the Finger Lakes, which is in New York. You have a map of the United States. You find the lakes. So now you have a goal. The problem is you don't know where you are, in Maine, Maryland, or Montana. So think about that for just a minute. Think about those other 3 states. And now you have a location. Until you figure out where you are, you can't get there. Directions from all 3 of these states to the Finger Lakes are totally different. It is the same in your life, your business, or your situation. You can't go anywhere until you know where you are. This will work for your business or any goals that you set in your life. Anything you want to accomplish, you can use the same theory on. So you need to take some time to work through this process. This was a life-changing for me, and I believe it will be also for you. You need to be honest with yourself. This is your life. You do not want to share this with anyone. In fact, I would recommend that you only share this with people you believe want you and will help you to succeed. So, let's get started. Where are you? Let's get down and do some dirty work here. This is where the action meets the road. We got to get going. I'm going to ask you some questions to help you get started. Some of these may be relevant for your business, and some won't be key to your situations. All of these you need to figure out. Sometimes you can use this, again, for your business or for your personal life. This system will work for anything you're trying to build in your life, anything at all. So here we go. How much do you gross in income? How much do you net in income? What is your most profitable area? Who does what in your company? What equipment do you have? How many hours do you work? A day, a week, a month? How much residential work do you do? You can either do that by percentage or profit money-wise. How much commercial work do you do? Either a number or a percentage of your business. Contract commercial work. That's that long-term, high-profit money. Real estate agents do you use? Property managers. These are just questions to help you get you started thinking. You can use this for weight loss, training, for a marathon, for your retirement, anything that you choose. But you have to be honest with yourself. This is for you. No one else has to see it. You will write some things here that you are uncomfortable with. We will help fix that with the next question. All right, so here we are. Question number 2. Where do you want to go be? So here, think about where you want to be. Usually 5 years is a good place to go. You can go further as far as you want to go. But usually 5 years is a good place, so that way that gives you a chance, because this can be a living thing. You're going to change it as you go. All right, so where do you want to be 5 years from now? Think about where you are. So if you're doing this for your business, how much money do you want to gross? How much money do you want to net? What are you thinking about doing? You know, are you looking to grow and have more vehicles on the road? Are you looking to put systems in place so you can have a regular office and multiple trucks? Or are you looking to just stay one truck, but you're looking to add some new features? to help bring new people in, to bring new clients in. So do some thought with this. And then as you do this, you've got to come up with reasons. Okay? And it's really important to have a reason that's important to you. Because there's going to be some difficult times. As you lay this out and as you're doing this work, there's going to be a time over the next 5 years when things are going to be tough. And you're going to go, oh man, I'm done enough, I'm not going to reach where I want to go, but this is okay. And I don't want you to stop there. I need you to have a significant enough reason, a desire to want to do this, to make this happen more than anything else. And so when you get to those tough times, you can look at it and say, the reason I'm doing this is so that I can sell my business. The reason I'm doing this is so that I can send my kids to college and have it all paid for. The reason I'm doing this is so that, in my case, my son can own my company. Then I can go out and do some other things I want to do, and I can know that him and his family are financially secure, that they're good, that my grandchildren will be well taken care of. But you got to get something that you got some passion about. And again, you need to have specific things like we talked about before. It can't be, I just want to make more money. It can't be, I'm just going to hire 2 people or some people would be more the thing. You can be specific and say, I'm going to hire 2 people. I'm going to get 2 more trucks on the road, and then you'll break it down into smaller parts. But right now, I just want you to get the big picture. And then one of the other things you can go do as you're pulling around in this big picture, it's called can't even think of what it's called. A vision board. So you go ahead and you start cutting out some pictures and you put them on a board of everything you want to do. If you want to have a nice place in the country or your children graduate from college, put some pictures of kids graduating from college. Put a picture of your perfect spot. Maybe it's on the beach. You want to go ahead and be out on the beach. Put those things out there. Make pictures of them. Have it up there so that you can look at it. So that when you're wondering, man, why am I doing all this? What am I in this for? Then you can see it. That's why I'm there. Because I can't wait to be there. I want to spend, in the winter, I want to go to the beach for a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Maybe for the whole winter. If you're up in the north, you got to have some passion with it. And that's what starts getting you excited. And then as you write this out, we'll work on the next steps. As you see these things happening and you get closer and closer to your goal, you'll actually get more and more excited. You're going, oh man, I'm getting it. I'm going to get there. And it makes it easier to keep doing the work. It just makes it a whole lot easier. If you've got a plan, you're moving forward, and you got something there. But again, you want to be specific on what you want. Don't just say more money. Say, you can say I'm going to double my profit. Hopefully you can actually put a number on it. If your profit this year is $50,000, in 5 years, maybe you want your profit to be $300,000, maybe $200,000. Don't make it easy for yourself, but don't make it so hard you don't think you can do it. Don't make it so hard you don't think you can do it. So you've got to do that in between. You've got to do enough to stretch yourself so that you get to thinking about it, that you get to wanting it, and that you got a desire for it. And that's what's going to help build you up and get you going. Now, hold on and we'll get to question number 3. All right, so here we are. Question number 3. How are you going to get there? So now you know where you are and where you want to be. Sometimes these are a long ways apart and it can be overwhelming. True, if I was a water restoration company doing $650,000 this year and getting to $3 million next year, that could be tough. I'd probably be praying for multiple hurricanes. But if I spread it out over a 5-year period, it's not so bad. It's kind of easy. So let's just work one goal. We're going to go through one goal and see how it can work, how you work it backwards from where you want to be, and you work it back to where you are today. All right? So here you go. So let's say you're the one-man truck doing $100,000 a year, and you want to get to $200,000 a year in 5 years. It's easy math. You just can say, I will add $20,000 of business each year. It's going to be tough that first year because growing 20% in a year can be tough, but it's not out of the world. And then it'd actually be growing a little less each year to do that. But that's a number. If that's the way you want to work it, that at least would be a start. But you believe that that's stretching you because you're already working too many hours and you can't find any time to do anything. So you're going, man, if I try to grow, that's going to just wear me out. I've got to figure out a way what I can do. So you got to figure out how can I grow $20,000. Okay. So how can you make more money? You can do more jobs, but you already don't have any time. You're already working too many hours. So you can raise your prices. Raising your prices is actually the easy one to do. It doesn't have to be much, just a little bit. You know, if you're only charging 20 cents a square foot and you go to 22 cents a square foot, you can gain more work and probably not lose many jobs. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. You can make more time. Well, the only way to do that is just not to sleep. So making more time is tough to do if you're already fully scheduled. You can reduce your expenses. And sometimes you need to look at things you can cut, things you can reduce, things that aren't working. If you've got something that isn't making you any money, then maybe you can cut that out and move it over to someplace else that is making you that can make you some money. You can call your old clients, say, hey, haven't used me in a little while. Is there anything I can do to help you? You can continue your education so you can become the go-to company, the company that has the answers, that can fix the problems. That's really what you want to be. You want to be the problem solver. Because if you can solve people's problems, save people money, you can charge more money to get the job done. Sometimes this is where a coach can help. This is where someone that can actually talk to you and work with you and talk through things can get that done. So maybe hiring in for a coaching program would be something you need to think about. But raising your prices is usually the easy one. But the main problem is usually you. You don't think you can raise prices. At least it was for me. Okay? Coming from being an apartment community maintenance man, I thought everybody cleaned whole houses for $60 or $120 a house. Those were what I saw. So that's what I believed was true. Those were the signs I saw posted all over the place on every corner. I had a lot of customers. I worked really hard, giving the best job for the lowest money. They were getting a Lamborghini job for a Pinto price. They were really happy. Problem was, I was exhausted. I would go market, I'd get a lot of work, and then it'd be nothing. Then I'd go market, get a lot of work, and then it'd be nothing. It was just a vicious cycle. You know, there wasn't any planning. There wasn't any smoothness to it. You know, it wasn't steady work. But even when I did work, I'd work all day long and not have enough money to really show for it. Any offer can be sold successfully at a higher price. The only thing is, it must do and provide a real transformation in someone's life. So if you want to charge more money, you've got to be able to show a change. So, for instance, I had a apartment community call me and say, hey, I hear you're one of the best. And of course, I said, I like to think that. What do you have? And they go, well, we have a problem. We've had 4 other companies here, and it's all with dog urine. The carpet's yellowed from dog urine, and we can't get this. No one can get the stains out, and we're having to replace all the carpets. To myself, I'm going, that's easy. I can take care of that. No big deal. Sure, I'd love to come over and take a look at it, see what I can do for you. So it was gray carpet with yellow. Problem is, they were in squares and rectangles. I don't have dogs in Maryland that pee in squares and rectangles. I don't know about you, So right away, I already know there were 4 other companies there that had no idea what they were looking at, no idea how to test, and no idea what to do. I went and got my pH meter. I checked it. It was in a pH of 11. So it was a high alkaline problem. I knew from my training that all I had to do was correct the pH. I checked it. It was 11. I used an acid rinse, which was pH of 2.5 to 3. As soon as I sprayed it on, that carpet changed right back to gray. Now, I can't say that'll happen all the time, but those are one of the things I learned through education, was that I could make those changes through correcting the pH. And with that, the average price going around then was like $40 for a vacant apartment. This was 15 years ago. So they asked me how much I'd charge. I told them I could do it for $150. Now, $150 was over 3 times, almost 4 times as much as they were getting for regular apartments. But here's the thing. They either paid me $150 to fix it, or they spent $1,500 to put in new. I was able to show a dramatic change and save them. So it was easy to do the math. If I give him 150, we save $1,500 or $1,300. So it was easy to do. So that's where you need to become educated so that you can help save other people money. So along those lines, you need to think about that with what is your pricing? Okay. What are they paying for? What are people paying you for when they hire you? What is the value you are giving them for that result? If you're giving them a high value, you should be charging a higher price. So are you higher priced or are you underpricing yourself? Because if someone else is doing a bad job or not as good as you or not giving as good information, you shouldn't get as paid the same price they're getting. Don't negotiate price based on that knowledge. Pricing too low hurts your bottom line. It also hurts your credibility, and it can even hurt your customers' results. Okay? So how do you say that? How's it going to hurt my credibility? Because someone isn't going to hire you. They're going, man, if he can clean 2 rooms for $25, he says he can get everything out, make everything perfect. It's going to be a great job. I just can't see how I can do that for $25 and stay in business. Those people who make money and got money understand that they've got to spend some money to get quality. Okay? How can it hurt your customers? Because if you're charging a price that's too low, you're going to try and cut back on your service. You're not going to give them a thorough service. You're not going to be as invested in getting it done. Okay? If your client pays you top dollar because they want your information, they want your knowledge, they want you to help them maintain their carpets, to maintain their investment, they will listen to you. They will pay so much more. They will be committed to maintaining their carpet and protecting their investment. If you pay good money for something, if I gave this to you for free, you may or may not even listen to the whole thing. But if I charge you for it, you've spent the money. You're going to spend the time and the investment to get into it. It is the same with your customers. And with this price change, when I was charging low prices, I did a lot of low quality work. People who never cleaned their carpets got it cleaned once and knew that by the next time they cleaned it, they were going to replace it. I got nasty work. White carpet that was black. 14, 15 red Kool-Aid stains throughout. As I raised my prices, I got people who cared about the quality of their carpet, cared about their investment, and cared about the health of their family, cared about the health of their children. And that's the market I was shooting for. And it doesn't matter what you're shooting for. That's what you want. You want to shoot for the people who care. Okay? I went from charging 20 cents a square foot to 30 cents a square foot the first year. Now, I lost some clients. I'm not going to lie to you. But I did less work and made more money. And that's what we're about. The clients I was getting keep their clients clean. It really cut down on doing all the nasties, which just suck you dry of money anyway. suck up your time, suck up your investment, suck up your energy. We are now up to 50 cents a square foot for our base price and go up to 80 cents a square foot for everything. The top two packages, we offer half price cleanings every 6 months. So if you become a regular client, you can pay less. That's better for us because we're there all the time. And it's better for them because their carpet will last longer. The carpet will be, the investment will be there a lot longer. So it works better for all of us. Everybody wins. Higher prices means you make more money. Customers getting a better result because they are less likely to let them get soil. And they are coming there with maintaining their carpet. You spend less time attracting new business and you spend more time giving them value. So if you're not working trying to get 15 jobs done in a day so you can make $1,500, you do 3 good jobs for $1,500. You're more rested. You give them better quality. You give them more time. You can spend time to educate them, to build a relationship, to grow with them. I found a monthly e-newsletter that I can go ahead and send out every month. I found out most of my new work came from real estate agents. Those were my main people. So I came up with a program for them to help them market me, to help them build their business. And as I help them grow, they help me grow. I kind of accepted these numbers. This is kind of accepted throughout the whole industry, whatever industry you're in. 80% of your work comes from 20% of your clients. Also, 80% of your headaches come from 20% of your clients at the bottom end. So if you can weed out the ones that don't appreciate you and fill them in with more than do, then your business will grow and so will your bottom line. So after you work through your goals, you go from year 4, and then you go year 3, then you go year 2, and then you get year 1's goals. Now that you're down with year 1's goals, now you want to go ahead and break it down into 12 months. So a monthly goal, and then you get down to weekly goals for the last 6 months, and then you get down to daily goals for the last month. And that can help you get on target. And actually, you can find out how easy it is to grow, because if you grow just a little bit each day, it multiplies. Same like if you do an investment, if you put in a penny a day, and then the next day you put in 2 pennies, and the next day 3 pennies. It doesn't take long for that little bit of change to grow to an astronomical amount of money. You can build your business faster than you can believe by taking little steps and moving forward a little bit at a time. You need to look for the one that fits you. Now you want to break this down into monthly goals. You want to be reporting it quarterly. Now this is where we start adding details, building in the how. This is where a coach or a mentor can help you. So to follow the example above, you're going from 100,000 to 120,000. So your monthly goal would be like $10,000 a month on average. So you have to look at and see how you can make $8,300, which breaks down to $2,100 a week, which breaks down to $425 a day. Now you have to increase that to $500 a day. How can I make an extra $75 a day? That's a whole lot easier than trying to think I have to make $20,000 more. No, I have to make $75 more today. What can I do to do that? It's nothing to get an extra $75. One more job, maybe just a partial job, will get you to $75 a day. Depending on your prices, a slight increase may even make up $75 a day. Now that you need to break down up your business in time. Okay? So for time each day or each week, you shouldn't have time for your business, to build your business, to do the work. You should also have time for your family, and you also should have time for yourself. You need some time for you. You need that you time where you can just decompress. It's amazing how that if you disconnect for a little while, you may be thinking about a problem and working it, and you're just stuck. And then you go, you do something, you have a little bit of fun, and you come back to think about it, and somehow the answer just comes to you. I don't really know how it works, but I know it can work. This could be as simple as 15 minutes at the beginning of the day and 15 minutes at the end. So at the beginning of the day, you can just kind of sit, think about what you're going to do that day, line up your time. And then at the end of the day, you sit down for some quiet time. Think about, okay, this was how I started my day. This is what the plans were. This is what worked today. This is what didn't work today. So, what am I going to do tomorrow? What are my goals for tomorrow? What do I need to change because it didn't work today? So, how can I eliminate that to make my tomorrow better? Okay? How can I spend a little more time with my wife? How can I get quality time? See, sometimes we're working so hard that when we're with our family, we're thinking about work. And we're at work, we're thinking about our family. So we're not getting anything done. We're not giving any of them quality time. You know, if you're with your son or daughter or wife and you're doing nothing but thinking about work, you're not really there anyway. Go to work, get the work done, come back, get it off your shoulders, give them. They would probably be a lot happier with 20, 30 minutes of quality time where it's you and you're engaged. You're engaged in their life, their concerns, and what they want. Because you need to have a happy home, especially as you're building a business and working it out. I was surprised to find out that a couple hours of going fishing, doing some wood carving, maybe just watching some football, I could get some inspirational thoughts. Take some time away actually improves your thought process. Again, this will take time for you to work, and you need to change it to work with you. It's nice to have somebody to work with to help you try to talk these things through. This is your life, though. You need to invest the time in you. You need to write it all down. When you write it down, it becomes a goal. If not, it is nothing more than a dream. I don't know how it happens, but when you write things down, it makes it real. Your mind starts working and solving the issues. The more passionate you are, the easier it will be. That is why these things must be things that you want, things that you need, things that you have to have, not things for other people. Have a great day. So, where are you? Where are you trying to go? And how are you going to get there? We've worked on all three questions. Now that you've worked it backward, now you know the end goal to know. So I told you I would help you bring your life into perspective to help you take out your highs and your lows. Can you see where this will help? In the next 7 days, get this done. You're probably going to redo it a couple times. Probably going to go ahead and readjust it. The whole goal here is for you to enjoy the benefits of having a plan. You can decide what your life will be like every single day, who you will work with, how you will spend your time, and how you will grow. Think what it is costing you not to do this. Sleepless nights, worry. Where is the money going to come from? What does it cost your clients because you can't focus on them? You want to build strong relationships. And to do that, you have to know where you are and where you're going. I hope you found this webinar exciting. On the next slide, you'll find my contact information. Feel free to shoot me an email at randy@wwcir.com. Give me a call, 443-277-1874. Be happy to help you out. My goal is to help you build your company so that you can become successful. You can improve this industry. You can have more time to enjoy with your family and your loved ones, not just working every day, trying to make ends meet. Let's find a way to make more money. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. All right, so as we end this, hopefully you've already got the book, Clean It, so you can follow along and get a basic understanding where we're going and being able to do this. Here's my contact information. Call me Randy Pierce. My address is 8734 County Route 70, Avoca, New York 14809. You can call me on the phone, 443 277 1874. You can text me whenever you want. You can check out my website, wwcir.com, see what training's coming up, see what information I can give you. You can also go to Randy at wwcir.com and email me. Check us out on Facebook. You know, we're there for you. That's our goal, is to help you grow your business. It's not really about us. You know, I'm here to help you. That's what makes it exciting. You know, that's why I got into teaching. That's why I got into doing this stuff, so that I can help people grow their businesses. That's where I get my excitement from. And I look forward to helping you. Thank you.